Okay, I don't know what just happened, but it's not working. Goodness gracious. What is going on? That's what I get for having such a small computer. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Goodness. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Life is good. Life is great. I got to tell you, the digital asset space is, wow, it is crazy. Going to share an interesting tweet from Mickey B. Fresh to start off the stream. And I'm also going to share something from Alex Mashinsky. What I'm getting, if I understand, you guys know I'm an ambassador with Celsius. What I'm getting and reading is Celsius is going to support that Flare or Spark token or whatever you want to call it, airdrop. So I'm really excited about that. Going to add some. I bought some more XRP. Going to add it to the Celsius app as well today. So, and the massive news with Celsius. I'm going to share that with you guys as well. Wow. This news is really going to, I got to tell you, I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to share with you guys later as well. But shout out to Mickey B. Fresh. You know, I don't get the content creators that try to, I don't know. Is it honest to call out perceived shortcomings? Is that honest? Is that good for the community? I don't know. I guess everyone has to have their own view on that. I don't know. I just I see one particular content creator is always kind of what is calling out shortcomings, at least what he believes to be shortcomings, and I don't really get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't know if I don't know if it's healthy, honestly. I don't know if it's you could say it's honest. You could say I don't know if it's healthy, I don't know. It's interesting to me. What's going on, Willie Washington? Good to see you. Good morning. I have no love for Coinbase, Gavin. No love at all, bro, for Coinbase. None, zero, nada. I really don't. And I'm the more I see Celsius doing things for the community, the more so I can buy my digital asset on Celsius, BTC, ETH, stablecoin, right? I can buy it there. I could send it without a fee, right? I can deposit without a fee. And so ACH or card. So why use Coinbase? Like for me, why use Coinbase? So So I'm not even trying to use Coinbase unless I absolutely have to do it. I'm just not. And the big news, the big news coming is that I'm going to share with you guys what Celsius is doing. Well, absolutely, I'll never have to use Coinbase again because it doesn't support us. They are just glorified middlemen, right? They're a broker. Excuse me. And all they've done, the whole purpose of this whole space with decentralization was one of the things was to eliminate the middleman, right? Excuse me, to eliminate, the people that would take advantage of having to go from A to C. They were the B, and they were taking all of these fees to help us, like the bridge to get to C. And in the end, Binance, you make $1 billion in a year, $1 billion. And what do we get for that as people who they can't make the $1 billion without us, without you and I, the depositors, if you will, on the platform. They can't make it without us. What are they giving us in return? What are they giving us? Nothing. They're keeping it all for themselves. And so all they've done is take the banking system, if you will, and take it into crypto. That's all they've done. That's all they've done. And it's very, very. People sing the praises of Binance and CZ, and I get the innovation, but in the end, they didn't. Binance can do the exact same thing that Celsius is doing, and they chose not to. Right? They chose to keep the billion. Think about that: $1 billion in profit in a year. And they chose to keep that for themselves. $1 billion. $1 billion for themselves. What did you get? When Binance made $1 billion in profit last year, how much of that did you get? How much of that did you get? You just got to think about that. You just got to really, really think about that. And so I'm more about promoting the platforms that are going to help promote me, right? They're going to benefit me, that are willing to share, if you will, in the profits. Celsius gives back 80% of what they earn to the platform holders. And it's not the profit. They give 80% of the revenue. So it's 80% of the business, 80% of the revenue that they do. Binance gives 20%, and they just started doing this because of Celsius, 20% of the profit, not the revenue. It's a big difference, right? They give 20%, right? And they only got into, Celsius was the first to give you interest on your assets. If you deposit BTC, you can earn and sell that platform. Celsius was the first to do that. Only Binance and Coinbase and any other ones that are looking to do something did it because they had to compete. They tried to compete, and it's not even a competition with Celsius. 20% of the profit or 80% of the revenue, which would you rather have? Right? And so they just become glorified middlemen. They just become glorified middlemen. And here's the thing that I think the biggest challenge, right? You got to ask yourself, is the Ledger Nano the safe spot, or is the regulated U.S. exchanges the safe spot? You have to make your mind up on which one it is. And if you promote the exchange, what is the exchange doing for you if you promote it? Right? If you promote it, what are they giving you? I'm not saying that they're not a good exchange, but what I'm asking you is to ask yourself, what is the platform giving to me in terms of, right? Are they not charging me a fee to withdraw, or are they charging a fee? Are they charging a fee, or are they not charging a fee? Right? And I get it if when there's zero options but to pay the fee, I get it. But when there are other options where you don't have to pay the fee, are you taking advantage of that? And are you promoting the platforms that allow for that? Because again, whether it be Binance or whether it be Binance US, the fees that they collected, you're not participating in them. Right? The reason why Uniswap is doing so well, Uniswap divvies out those fees amongst the platform participants. They divvy out the fees amongst the platform participants. They don't keep them for themselves. Right? So it's so funny because people get into the space, and what the CZ Binances of the world rely on is you and I not being fully aware, right? Not being fully aware in promoting their platforms, because you're not fully aware of what the real deal is. That's what they're doing. Coinbase is a broker, and so is Binance. And until they are willing to have 0 fees for depositing and withdrawing, you think about all of the trade in these trades that you're doing, all these fees are being lost in these trades, right? And so especially if you're day trading, I went through that. I did that on Binance. So you got to think of, you have to think, can I support, when I have an opportunity to, will I support something that's supporting me when I have that opportunity, right? So, and I'm going to go on more about Celsius later, but shout out to Mickey B. Fresh, guys. Jamarcus South, I appreciate you hanging out today. What's going on, XRP Lava? Willie Washington is in the building. Willie Washington, you joined Celsius today. All right, brother. Good for you. Congrats. Capella MG is in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you. So, guys, 34 people in the stream. Please do me a favor, smash the like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you know when we do go live. Generational Wealth Wednesdays, we do every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where we talk about generational wealth strategies, learn these strategies together and how we can implement them so that we can, create generational wealth for our families, right? $416 Crypto is here. How you doing, my friend? What's going on, Gavin? Good to see you, my dude. Right. So we got to make that distinction, right? Because what these platforms, and I saw, one YouTuber promoting these regulated U.S. exchanges. Again, what is the platform doing for you, right? And Binance US, right? Regulated U.S. exchange. Are you participating in their fee structure? Are you participating in it? And so if your rationale is, well, it's safe, what's going on with your Ledger Nano? Remember, the coins that you leave deposited on exchanges, they're going out and making themselves money with those coins in the institutional market and Wall Street. How much of that are you getting? That is the truth. With the coins that you leave deposited on these exchanges, they're taking them out to the marketplace and making money for themselves. That's the truth. For themselves. So if you're saying it's a U.S. regulated exchange and it's safe, right? If that's what you're saying, that you feel like it's safe, which, but then on your next video, you say the safest place for you to have your assets is on a Ledger Nano. Which one is it? Which one is it? And by the way, if you pick the exchange, understand what you're doing. You're saying, here are my assets. Go make money for you and don't give me any. Because that's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. And if they do have some type of staking on a particular token, they're paying you the minimum that they can pay you that you can get. The minimum. They're paying as least as humanly possible, where you can get more elsewhere. Again, Uniswap, they divvy out the fees to the people who participate on that platform. They don't keep the fees. They divvy them out. Most of them, anyway. Devon, Steve, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. So just something to think about. Ambitious, your mama. Ambition, your mama. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Keyston Sinclair is in the building. Doing outstanding. Good to see you guys. So let's go over what Mickey B. Fresh tweeted out earlier today. I just want to share this with you guys because, again, I see this. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know. Is it healthy to call out Ripple and what Ripple is doing in their strategy and the fact that sometimes they pivot and have to go into different directions? It felt very, very negative. Let's see. I got so many Twitter things up. I gotta hope I find the right one. There it is, right there. Mickey B. Fresh. And he's responding to or retweeted Ashish Burla's tweet. And Ashish Burla said, an interledger-based Uniswap that provides cross-chain interoperability and liquidity is going to be a big thing, in my opinion. And Mickey B. Fresh said, wow, exactly what I've suspected for a while now, because I knew there was no way only CeFi, which are centralized exchanges, support the deep XRP fiat liquidity needed for ODL to ramp up in and out of multiple quarters. Liquidity pools operated by ILP Quilt connectors plus Flare smart contracts equals institutional DeFi. Equals institutional DeFi. And again, I'm listening to Sam I Am, and he's talking about, KYC and AML is going to be the death of the ILP. Like, here's the thing that I want you guys to think about. 5 years from now or 10 years from now, do you think that the digital asset space is going to move forward without regulation? Or is it going to move forward with regulation? Right? Is the digital asset space as a whole, cryptos, the DeFi space, protocols, lending, these quote unquote, these decentralized exchanges, quote unquote, is the overall space going to move forward with regulation? In other words, is regulation going to help it move forward, or is it going to move forward without regulation? Is it going to be able to prosper without regulation? Is it going to be able to succeed and win and gain mass adoption without regulation, or is it going to be able to succeed and win and move forward with regulation? Which one is it? Because if you believe that it's regulation, clarity, and being able to move forward and be able to move into what we all want, which is mass adoption, I believe that is going to require regulation like KYC and AML. I don't believe that we can move forward without it. I don't believe we can move and progress and gain mass adoption without it. So do you want the space to win, or don't you? I don't see the route to, or the avenue or the lane to mass adoption without regulation like KYC and AML. I don't see it. Do any of you guys see that? Do any of you guys see the digital asset space moving forward, gaining mass adoption without regulation and clarity? Like, for example, remember, KYC and AML is a form of regulation, right? Whether it be a lower form or a higher form, or a low level or a high level, it's a form of regulation. This is the thing that what I'm saying is, are we going to move forward with it or not? Are we going to gain the ultimate thing that we all want is mass adoption. We want more people coming into the space. We want more money coming into this space. Like, we can't win with us early adopters only participating in the space. Any any movement, any space, any new asset class has to go from an early adopter and move through, right? Early adopters, later. We have to cross the chasm. We have to continue to grow. How do we move forward and gain mass adoption without it? Do we know? How do we grow, become a trillion and multi-trillion-dollar asset class without it? So Mark Wilker says, no, I don't see that happen. Just saying. XRP Lava says, no, regulation and clarity and court cases are necessary. And I'm talking about the whole asset space, right? Not just XRP. I'm talking about this new asset class. Anybody believe that it can move forward and gain mass adoption without regulation and or regulatory clarity? What's going on, Guac girl? Good to see you, miss. Deep Mind is in the building. What's up, brother? Appreciate you hanging out, man. So anyone think that it's possible? That's Devon Steve. Let's share Devon Steve's. Devon Steve says, in my opinion, if you are an idealist, then you want privacy, probably not want to pay taxes. You know what I mean? If you just want an easier and transparent system, stop the criminal hiding their ill-gotten gains. Yeah. Listen, that's a great point. I think that we all want a measure of privacy. Absolutely, without question. And I've always believed that there has to be a level of give and take, a measure of give and take. Complete privacy allows for bad actors. Listen, we don't live in a world where there are no bad actors. You know, I mean, if we lived in a world where there weren't any bad actors, then privacy would be, right? That would be a must. But the reality is, we live in a world with bad actors. We live in a world with hackers and bad guys. That's the reality of it. This is right. We didn't decide that. We didn't create those bad actors and bad guys. We didn't. But they're out there. We can't ignore them. The governments of the world can't ignore them and say, look, we're in the decentralized world. Everybody's got privacy, right? Even the bad guys. We're going to give them privacy, and we're going to let the bad guys be able to operate under the radar. How does that make sense? What's going on, Barney Rubble? Good to see you, bro. How does that make sense, right? And so, if you're in the digital asset space and you want to grow and you want the average Joe and the average Jane to be able to come into the space, you want mass adoption, and you want a space where it's just not you and I trading our assets amongst ourselves. Right? There has to be some type of regulation, has to be some type of clarity, right? Right. It's one thing for you and I not to know what you and I are doing, right? Right, because we're the good guys, right? We're the good gals. But if there isn't a spot, if there isn't an avenue for the powers that be to be able to check on the bad guys, it's just not a safe spot. So when you say KYC and AML has killed ILP, and Ashish Barrler said you're not even forced to do that on the ILP. But to point out and say that that killed ILP is naive. It's naive, right? The smartest thing that Ripple could have done, not that I don't know if they woke up and said, oh, we're going to work with the regulators, right? I don't know if they did that. But the smartest thing that they decided to do was to walk step in step, hand in hand, if you will, with the regulators. Smartest thing. You know, Jim Rogers said something that I just think is it's so profound, so simple, and it's so profound. And he said, Bitcoin and decentralization, all that, great, but they have the guns. Right? He's talking about the government and the powers. They have the guns. In other words, if they have the guns, ultimately, what they say goes. Ultimately. Okay? And they have to walk this fine line of doing that and preventing madness, right? Preventing rioting, preventing, because we in the numbers, we outnumber them, right? But they don't want the madness, some of the madness that's going on today. They don't want that, So they have to walk, they're on a tightrope as well. But from a digital asset investor space, right, perspective, right? I'm a digital asset investor. I invest in this space. I want mass adoption. I want this thing to grow into the trillions. And I just don't think we get there without regulatory clarity, without KYC and AML in some respect, right? And I don't think that necessarily means an invasion of privacy. Right. That's a great point, Deep Mind. That is a great point. I saw another one that you had too. What's up, TJ Jackson? Good to see you here, man. Right? So privacy does not equal opacity. It equals protection of private information from unauthorized access. That is the difference, right? And so ultimately, it's not about, they need to know how much taxes I pay. Ultimately, it's not about they need to know how much taxes I pay. It may be taxes that I pay may be in there somewhere. But ultimately, it's about keeping people safe from the bad guys. Because what good does it do to have these privacy and these measures of freedom if the bad guys can come in and take it away? So you guys, this is what Mickey B shared about that. And I think it's so very, very important. Anyone that thinks that Ripple has not thought about, people from Ripple have not thought about everything and all the possibilities. Like, I don't get that. Like, how is it that you think you have some brilliant idea that they haven't thought about? You have to be really, really brilliant, in my opinion, to think about something that they can do with the ILP or Codius or the XRPL ledger, right? Or Spring, You have to be a really brilliant person to think that you've come up with something that they haven't thought about yet. In my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because, believe what you will, but Ripple is just not Ripple acting on the behalf of Ripple only. Right? They've got some major financial people responsible for the financial structure of this country and the world backing them. That's just the truth. That's the bottom line. This is what I say, Brazil assets. That's exactly what I say. Regardless of one's opinion of regulations, the bottom line is without it, the space goes nowhere. Do you honestly think that governments would surrender? Ultimately, right? Brad Garlinghouse has said, once said, they have the tanks, right? Jim Rogers is famous for saying, they have the guns. And so I'm about this new asset class growing into the trillions. That's what I want. And what the IRS is doing right now, they got a bounty out for someone who can break these particular, what was it? IRS offers grants for software to trace privacy-focused cryptocurrency trades. Like, why did anyone not expect that to happen? T-Med, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yes, it is. It's one of my favorites, as a matter of fact. One of my favorites. It is very comfortable and very cozy. Right? Deep mind, you are a trip, dude. You don't run a $10 billion company by guessing. Look, I get there's a lot of smart people out there, but to think that a content creator is going to come up with some idea, about how to improve the business plan and the business model and the products, and Ripple hasn't thought about it, to me is hilarious. To me, that's pretty. To me, that's funny. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, why don't you send that in and email Ripple? Because I'm sure they haven't thought about that or gone through that one already. I don't know. I find that to be hilarious, as we like to say. Oh man, that dude, Sam I Am, is something. He is something. That's right, man. Go put your people together and start your own $10 billion company. Yeah, hilarious. Any case, that's funny. There are things that are just kind of the way they are. So Deep Mind, I was sharing with them that Celsius is just. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this, okay? But let me go over Deep Minds. Let me share a little bit about Mickey B. Fresh, and then I will go over that, because that dude is something. Mickey B. Fresh is the truth, man. And I'm not saying that he's right and on everything, but this dude digs and finds and shares just on another level. I mean, he's just, and then I'm not saying that Sam's not smart. Sam I Am is a smart guy. But what I'm saying is you got to be a really genius of a guy to think of something that Stefan Thomas and David Schwartz and Arthur Britto haven't thought about yet. Anyway, So, all right, let's go here. What did I want to share? Home, Twitter. There it is. And I'm going to share this stuff from Alex. Boy, I got to tell you. So Mickey B. Fresh also said here in 2018, David Schwartz said, competitive global liquidity pools is the future. But now we have supporting hedge tools in DeFi and CeFi, which is centralized financing, lending, borrowing protocols, plus global liquidity pools that can be drawn off by market takers and earn yield for liquidity providers, slant market makers, plus retail. And he's sharing some stuff here. Hopefully this will play. A little back and forth here between David. So the price will only be driven by speculators. The actual use of XRP running through XRapid will be an even wash. My understanding was that you could have orders on the books backing up the system, and the demand for XRP could increase, but it doesn't sound like that happens. He said not speculative, competitive global pools of liquidity people contribute to and draw off to dramatically cut payment costs and interconnect economies. David Schwartz is talking about economies, interconnecting economies. The premise for collateralizing assets to work in an interoperable environment was most appealing as we explore collateralizing assets. As we explore new use cases for XRP in the future of decentralized finance. So again, they've been thinking about some things for a while now, right? They've probably ran through a few ideas on how to, make ILP work and how to make Codius work. They probably run through some stuff. Unbelievable. Vega's vision to create an open and decentralized network will enable the freedom to trade and make capital markets broadly available. Vega will continue to build their network and explore opportunities to add other assets as collateral, including XRP. Other assets as collateral. I don't know why it has a CME group on here. CME group. We are looking for motivated and talented students who want to help us solve some of the most complex challenges in financial technology. Technology teams at CME write and maintain ultra latency electronic trading platforms, risk management systems, and front-end trading interfaces, all of which are central to the CME's business. We are focused on designing, building, and deploying customer-focused solutions with passion and precision. Interns will have the opportunity to work on a variety of apps and projects that directly impact the global trading ecosystem. In the past, our interns have worked on building cloud infrastructure, researching blockchain technology, and taking ownership of new applications that can change the trading life cycle. This is from the CME group, right? This is from the CME group. Another thing from this is from Michael 7. Mickey B. Freeze tweeting back to Michael 7. We all know him, right? Burler echoing what I've been saying. ODL is going to be continuously enhanced with the best technology innovations to provide deep liquidity and scale out into multiple quarters. This is why Ripple didn't partner with every possible crypto exchange. They had bigger plans. They had bigger plans. And so, again, It's a pretty interesting thing to think that you're coming up with some stuff that they haven't thought about yet. I'm going to share something that James Rule XRP shared with me as well, guys. Some really, really good stuff. Yes, he did. Devon Steve, he sure did. Devon Steve said, didn't David Schwartz write a patent way back in 1988 for crypto? Yeah, he did. Sure did. XRP Magnificent. How you doing, my friend? Guys, 52 people on the stream. Appreciate you guys being here this morning. Do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't had a chance to do so already. If you're enjoying the hangout, that will be really, really cool. Every stream, we always shoot for just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. Yes, I remember Deep Mind. I remember that Mickey B. Fresh did agree with your post. Absolutely. Mickey agreed with my blog post about Spark. I'm not sure where the other weird stuff is leaking from. Yeah, I remember that. That was a great write-up, my friend. I do remember that. You know, so, I mean, that is the deal ultimately, right? But let me share something that James Rule XRP shared with me, guys, because the Fed is talking about a liquidity management tool. Liquidity management tool. You remember when Ripple came out with that phrase, liquidity management tool? And I believe it was for some hiring of some sort. But let me share that with you guys. This is about the new Fed thing. Let's see here. So this is again, shout out to my dude James Rule XRP, big time content community member, and is always providing absolutely valuable content to the community. Big time value add without question. We thank you, bro, for taking your time, your energy, and resources to share with the community. We appreciate you big time, brother. So this is fedpaymentsimprovement.org. In pursuit of a better payment system, right? The potential Federal Reserve actions to support interbank settlement of faster payments. Talk about the strategies for improving the U.S. payment system. And then we know, right? RTG system present potential Federal Reserve actions from the recently released Federal Reserve Notice 24/7, 365 real-time gross settlement service. What I'm curious about is this liquidity management tool. It talks about the crossroads that the United States payment system is in. We all know that the digital era has fundamentally changed the nature of everyday interactions in commerce. A gap has emerged between the capabilities of traditional methods and the payment capabilities expected in the digital era. Fast, convenient, and accessible. Faster payments address this gap by allowing payments to be sent and received immediately at any time. The Federal Reserve and the payment industry have been working together. The payment industry have been working together to determine the best path forward, such that the benefits of faster payments can be enjoyed broadly by the public. Today, payment systems may seem fast, but in reality, inefficiencies, delays, and risk remain. So we know that. So some key considerations. Let me go over this liquidity thing. In 2015, the Federal Reserve issued strategies for improving the payment system. In 2017, the industry asked the Federal Reserve to develop the 24/7, 365 settlement service for faster payments. So let's find a liquidity thing. Okay. Real time. Potential Federal Reserve actions. Develop the 24/65. They did this. Develop a liquidity management tool to support real-time gross settlement services. Develop a liquidity management tool to support RTGF services. Right? So just take note of that. I think that's hugely important. Let me see if I can find it. Settlement service. Here it is. It says, what do we got here? Potential RTGS settlement service. You see they got the clearing, they got settlement, they got a settlement service, bank A's account, bank B's account, right? Message flow in the bank. Potential liquidity management tool. A way to move money outside standard business hours between the master account and another Fed account, used to support the 24/365 settlement services for faster payment. Potential functionality is bank-initiated transfers, agent-initiated transfers, automatic transfers, standing instructions. Potential liquidity management tool. And it has the same thing, sender, receiver, bank A, bank B, clearing, and then it says settlement, and it says private sector settlement service. Now, those are grayed out. Everything is grayed out. What's not grayed out is the reserve banks, right? Bank A, the master account, bank B, master account, liquidity transfers, interbank fund flows, and payment message flows. So that's the thing that's right in place. But I find that very, very interesting. Private sector settlement services is part of the liquidity management tool. So they're looking to put together a liquidity management tool. And I remember when Ripple they put out something, and I couldn't find it, but I remember when they put out that thing about a liquidity management tool. A liquidity management tool. So yeah, crypto patient, we're a little bit excited about Celsius. And so what does that liquidity management tool look like, and how can Ripple help, right? How can Ripple help? We all know that they can help in some way. We don't know what the liquidity management tool is, but with XRP, it certainly can provide it. It is the most liquid. There is no argument. It's the most liquid asset, digital asset, especially out there, right? And so we shall see what that looks like. But the fact that they're looking to do that, and I remember when Ripple put out, why do I feel like it was a job offering, a job hiring, in dealing with this liquidity management tool from Ripple? I remember that. I wish I could find it, but I can't find it. So guys, let me go over some of the stuff for Celsius. I'm very, very excited that they're going to be, looks like they're going to be supporting this drop. So from the Flare network. All right, Deep Mind, be safe, brother. Be safe, my friend. Let's share this. Let me share this with you guys from Alex. And I got to tell you guys, if you know, the Celsius platform is, to me, is without question is in the top 3 of best places to be if you're in the digital asset space. Without question, it's one of the top 3 best moves that you can make. One of the moves, right, would be purchasing digital assets, taking that dirty, nasty fiat and turning it into a digital asset, preferably one that's deflationary in nature, right? Like BTC, right? Like XRP. And so another move might be hodling, and the third move would be, to me, hodling with the Celsius network. I gotta tell you, it's just a home run everywhere. I mean, in all areas, it is a home run. You can buy BTC, ETH, and I believe USDC if you're in the US, right? You can use ACH. You can use a bank card, right? They don't charge fees. Simplex does the 3.5% if you use your bank card. You're trying to get that money like now. USDC, I mean, if you use your bank account, ACH is point something, which is the lowest ACH amount. It's the lowest ACH fee. Again, Celsius doesn't charge it. It's either Gem or the other place that they use, Wire, that charges. Absolute lowest. And let me just share the news with you guys. They are going to, in 30 to 45 days, and that was on the 11th, okay? On Friday. He announced this today, Sunday. Yeah, so they are going to do swaps on the Celsius network with the absolute lowest spread possible fee, period. Better than anything. Better, it's the lowest ever. And they've been working for this for it's pretty much since their inception. And they're going to release it in about 30 to 45 days. So now you want to go between assets, you can go between assets with the absolute lowest. You know, they've been working with these companies and got them negotiated down to the absolute, it's the lowest in the industry. Absolute lowest. So now not only can you buy your assets, you can swap your assets, you can get the highest interest on BTC and ETH in the market, right? So the biggest rate on your BTC, the biggest rate of return on your Ethereum just for holding it. They just raised the rates on Ethereum. They just raised them, right? Now you can do it all. And then in addition to all of that, you're earning interest on your interest, and you can still collateralize your assets if you'd like to do that as well. But I gotta tell you, being able to go between BTC and sell, and then sell into BTC, sell as the native token for the Celsius network, is, whoo, that's a game changer for me. I'm tired of trying to mess around with these exchanges, and I'm having to learn all this different stuff on how to get some sell tokens. I don't want to do that. Just purchase some BTC, purchase some ETH, purchase some USDC, whatever. Just swap it, man. I just want to swap it so I can earn some sales, so I can have some sell. That's it. I don't want to, I don't want to have to go to the exchange and, US investors can't participate on this. I just went over to Huobi. There's a Huobi Global, can't participate, right? I was looking to get a digital asset there, can't participate. Look, I don't want to have to deal with all that stuff. So being able to swap is going to be absolutely outstanding. 30, 45 days, lowest, whatever they call it, if that's the spread or whatever it is the lowest in the space. Absolutely. They've negotiated it down, lowest in the space. I hear you, man, right? And so that's what you got to do sometimes as well. I understand you can do that on an accredited investor tip as well, Dakota. if you know an accredited investor that you trust, right, you can hook them up and get them to get the link to and get some stuff for you. I wish I knew an accredited investor, one that I could trust, just make some stuff purchases for me, because we missed out on that. We missed out on that link to thing. Because we had an off year. So, and it has to be consecutive years, and then, or, whatever, the other million in assets thing. So yeah, that's another way also. I hear you, bro. Because sell, I don't know. I didn't get the 800% return. I've always had some sell, but 800% currently, just crazy. So just think about that. What's going on, Black Betty? So think about that. Now you can one-stop shop. That's exactly right, TJ Jackson. 30, 45 days, you're going to be able to swap. You can, again, just like, that nastiness that is Coinbase, you can use your bank account, use your bank card, and purchase your assets. Now, again, I'm in the US, right? I'm in the US, so let me see something. Hold on. Let me tell you which ones you can do in the US. But right, use your bank card if you're in a bit of a hurry, or your ACH if you're not, and you can pay with your dollars, and you can get BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar, and BSV currently. Yeah. Yep. Let me see if I do something. Let me do something. Okay, there it is. Okay, you gotta do. See. Okay, 50. Let me do 30. So it looks like at least $50 XRP. Okay, got it. So yeah, so those are the ones you can buy with your dollars again. BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Stellar, and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. That's some interesting stuff right there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that you can buy, right? Bank card or ACH, right? And for me, right, buy the XRP. Now I didn't even know there was, because I just did $100, right? So buy some XRP when it was 23 cents, right? Buy some XRP. It's on the wallet. It's good. I'm now earning interest, right? I'm earning interest, right? One-stop shop. Absolutely love it. And again, they pay 80% of the revenue, not the profit, revenue to you and I. Binance, 20% of the profit. Only 20%. Yeah, we are able to swap. Yes, it's it's in 30 to 45 days, Dakota. It's not up. It's not up right away. So it's going to be 30 to 45 days. Yeah, and so now, so you know, on Celsius, Dakota, you can buy XRP on Celsius, right? You can buy it on Celsius. It's there. Bank card or ACH. Right, and the app is really set up that the ACH is going to be available or not available depending upon your state or your bank, right? Because I know at one time my ACH bank was there, and then the next time it wasn't, right? So it might be a bank thing, right? It might be a bank thing. Anybody using their bank, they're just a straight ACH bank. In fact, let me do something, because let me try something. Let me check something out for you guys. But yeah, Dakota, straight up, you can just Celsius, right? You attach your accounts, and you can purchase right there and there. I'm going to do a purchase here, because I know the AC currently do not have a passport. Okay, gotcha. So, okay. Yeah, let's do something. Guys, I know most of the times they see, out of those 7, I would not get BTC. I would not get Litecoin, even though Alex Mashinsky keeps encouraging people on his AMAs to dollar cost average into BTC. I mean, you have to make your own decision. For me, I would just rather dollar cost average if I was in that position. I would just dollar cost average in. What's the current price of XRP? Anybody know the current price? And at the worst, I mean, again, this is at the worst. At the worst, it would be the same cost as Coinbase. But again, is Coinbase, for you leaving your assets there, are they paying you interest on your assets? And is it, if they are, is it as high as Celsius? And are they giving back 80% to their platform holders? So if it's 24 cents for $50, how much of XRP should I get? And so I know that Celsius uses Simplex, right, for like bank cards. And if you're able to do ACH, it is 0.1%. I think is the most. Let me read it. Let me check it out again. Hold on. Buy coins. All right, let me read it. This is what this says here. Buy crypto. 208. Okay. 208. Okay. Okay. And so if it's less than that, then it's the fees that okay, so let me read it. You can purchase crypto with a credit card or bank transfer at the best rates in the industry directly through your app. Celsius does not charge any fees for the purchase of coins. Our partner Simplex charges 3.5%. I've used Simplex on KuCoin and other exchanges. It is 3.5% or $10 minimum fee that is included in the price that you see. Our partner Wire charges a fee of 0.75%, and Coinify charges 1%. And so, depending upon where you are, that's how they do it. Right. So it's exactly right, Hess. If you use your bank card on Coinbase, you can move it right away, right? But that's the biggest fee, right? And I think there's this 4% fee, maybe 4.1% is a fee there, right? So those are the fees. So those are the fees there. But at one time, I used my ACH on Celsius. I just used the bank card. I used it. I mean, the banking account. And that was it. So you said 208. Mine's is saying 165 in XRP is what I would get left. So that's interesting. Yeah. So I only have the credit card option, where I used to have the ACH option. So I don't know what happened. I have to check that. I'll have to check that again and see what that is. But I'm just loving one-stop shop. There I am, and that's it. So that is the word. That is the exciting news, guys. That the being able to swap from BTC to ETH to Litecoin, XRP into BTC on Celsius with the lowest, so what is that? A spread or fee, whatever you want to call it, for swapping it in the industry. Absolute lowest. So I'm putting more and more XRP on the platform so I can earn for me, this is what Mr. Crypto Siege is doing. So I can earn more XRP every week. I'm getting more, which means I'm going to get more of the Spark token, right? Right? You have to make your own decision. I got my thing on the HODL mode, right? Because I'm not moving my stuff. Got it on HODL mode, which is another layer of security on the Celsius platform. Dakota, I'm telling you, man, Coinbase it's out of control, like out of control. I don't like them, man, at all. I don't like them at all. So I'm excited about the swap feature that's coming in 30 to 45 days. I would definitely, guys, keep you guys attuned to that. A link in the description for every single video I do about the Celsius platform. I just think it's the best sound saving instrument available in the digital asset space right now. BTC 6+%. ETH 6+%, right? In the United States, you earn in kind, right? So if you put BTC on there, you're going to earn 6% APY in BTC 6 point something percent in Ethereum, which is just unbelievable. Yeah, and that's the good thing too. Crypto.com is trying to stay in the game as best they can without charging. They do the no fees for certain periods of times. So keep that in mind as well, right? And so that's great, right? If they're going to charge you no fee to purchase, if you use your bank card or whatever, like that is obviously the way to go. And when you move it over, do they charge you to take it off of crypto.com? Who said that? Who said that about crypto.com? Does crypto.com charge you to move it? Because I know it was either Bro XRP or Morris Prince. They said they buy on crypto.com and then they're off. Like they're So I wonder if that's how they get the fee when you take it off. Anybody know? You can deposit, you just can't withdraw, Dakota. Yeah, it's a great question. Hey, Crypto Seas, even if you have it on HODL mode on, can you still deposit without turning it off? Yeah. Yep. You can still deposit. It's the HODL mode is if you plan on not taking anything off. So it's for withdrawal, right? You whitelist your particular ones if that's what you want to do. So it's another layer of security in terms of withdrawing, right? When the HODL mode is on. Oh, okay. No, I love it. Immediately out, no fee. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's a good move when they do that, right? So this is good to know, guys. Look, no fee is no fee. Okay. If you can, and it work until I die. Are you using your bank card? You know, just a card with a Visa or MasterCard logo. I'm going to get this question answers for you guys so you'll know, right? Because I have crypto.com and I think I've done it once or twice there, but I'm not sure. So use your bank card, right? Work until I die. Right. I mean, because if for 24 cents you're spending $50, you should get over 200. It's just one. Yep. So guys, I mean, look, that's a great deal, right? That's a great deal. You go to crypto.com, you can buy your XRP, you can take it off immediately, and then you can transfer to your XRP address and they charge 1 XRP. That's nice, right? And then you put it on the Celsius platform and you earn an XRP weekly. You're earning XRP weekly. You know, look, I'm not telling you guys to, to do that, right? I'm telling you, do your homework on all the platforms. But this is like the 4th or 5th time someone said crypto.com is really the cheapest way to buy Visa card, right? MasterCard, hopefully bank card with a MasterCard or Visa logo. And you can take it off immediately, right? That's what I'm going to do. Take it off immediately and put it on Celsius, right? Because the more Celsius, the more XRP I earn every week, the more Spark token, right? The more Spark. I love that. Yeah, thank you guys for sharing that about crypto.com. Thanks for reminding us. So that's, that's important to understand. Yeah, exactly. XRP Lava. Yes, exactly. And I used to XRP Lava. I used to have the ACH option when I would click on the Celsius app and hit buy crypto. I used to have the ACH. I gotta check. I am an ambassador for the platform, so I need to check and see why I don't have the ACH option anymore on the app. So, but yeah, that's great. That's great to know, right? Crypto.com, use your bank card, buy the XRP, take it off, put it on the Celsius app, earn your XRP, earn some interest on that XRP in XRP every week. And they are going to support. Let me share that with you guys. I never just share that. Let me share it. Hopefully my computer's just been not good with the videos lately.
A lot of you were talking about the Spark token. Again, we had several conversations with Flare Labs, who is behind the Spark token on XRP fork. It's not really a fork, but the good news is we're getting very comfortable that they're good guys. They're going to do the right things. And between now and December, we will come to an agreement with them on how to support our entire community. So you don't have to.
So there it is, guys. I don't know what's going on with this video stuff. This laptop. I need to get a regular full-size type laptop. So there it is. They're going to support it. They've been in communication. They feel they're beginning to get more and more comfortable with the people from Flare are going to be doing the right thing, blah, blah, blah. Because trust me when I tell you, Celsius' biggest concern is the safety and support of your assets, right? And so they're not going to mess around with platforms that they don't feel is safe or secure. And so they are past that now. They feeling very comfortable with them. And so between now and December, there you go. Yeah, and they're in the process of finishing that. They're in beta. They got beta testers right now, XRP Lava, on the desktop app version. So they got about 100 and something plus people testing the laptop for Celsius, right? So the desktop version. So that's really, really exciting. So hopefully in the next 30 days or so, these beta testers will be able to point out some issues with that and then move on from there. So, but they are doing it. They got the beta testers out, testing it out, the desktop version. So it'll be coming out soon. So that's exciting for me. What's going on, XRP Joe? What's going on, brother? All right, guys, listen. I am going to wrap up the stream, guy. I got another event to do at 1 o'clock. But it's been a great hangout. Thank you so much for hanging out today on a Sunday. Last question. Who is going to watch NFL football with no fans in the stands? Who is going to watch some NFL football with no fans in the stands? It's I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, I guess. Anybody going to watch some of that football with no fans in the stands? Interesting stuff. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up the stream like I do all my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See you guys. Bye. So someone asked for the link. Yeah, Blockchain Main. I just dropped the link in there for you, my friend. If you want to check them out, make sure you do your homework. Watch as many AMAs as you humanly possibly can for the Celsius network. Okay. See if the message resonates with you. Understand the business model. See if that resonates with you. And if you choose to take advantage of it, we would definitely welcome you to the family. So there's a link there. Hopefully that worked. Oh, there it is. All right, guys, listen, have a great football Sunday. It's going to be real interesting to see how this is going to look and feel with commentators, but no fans. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.